Hi guys, Mrs. Seaton here, walking you through Photoshop. This is tutorial number 3, and we have a lot of really fun tools we're going to learn today. The first one we're going to go over is the text, and then we'll move into this crop and recompose. Then we're actually going to come down to the straighten tool, and then we'll go over the cookie cutter tool last. For the text tool, you actually have 4 options, and you right click to get to this menu option. In the right clicked menu option, you have 4 options. You have just normal type here, it's vertical or horizontal, and then you have a mask tool, again horizontal or vertical. So we'll go ahead and just start with a normal type. I'm going to start with the horizontal. I want to put it over here on this wall. It's so blank, and I want to have a little bit of Husky pride, so I'm going to type Go Huskies. And once I've done that, I can double click, and you might need to double click a couple of times to make sure you get all of your words. You can come over here and choose a different text, and that text can be anything that's in English that I can read for this assignment, but you guys can have fun choosing a font. You can change the size here. It only goes down to 72 as the presets, but you can double click up here and then change the font size to whatever you feel like you need. You also have this option of bold, italic, underline, and strike through. You can make it centered, you can make it right aligned. We're just fine how it is. And then you can change the color, so let's go with the Husky blue. And then here's my favorite tool, the warping tool. I'm going to go ahead and make it rise, just like that, and you can make it vertical or horizontal here, and then you can change the bend even. So I want to have it bend like the slope of the ground here, and then I'm going to move my text down here. So you guys can move the text. You will be required to put text into this photo, and I do want it to say Go Huskies. Again, it can be any color that you want, any font style that's legible that you would like, and I do want it in this space here. Now the next thing that you're going to do is I want to show you as another option that you can do. You can go into this mask tool. So I'll show you what vertical text looks like. Notice the mask screen comes up. That's the red screen. And I'm going to type in Homer. Let's go ahead and change the font on this one so it's just a little bit easier to use. So Homer, love it. Now there's a couple of different things you can do. Now notice that your mask came up, and that's those marching ants around the outline of the letters. Let's show you the gradient tool, and this one's super fun. So let's change. I'm okay with that blue, but let's change the back color to white, so it's okay. And then let's fill our gradient. I cannot get my my gradient to work, so if you guys can, extra credit and show me how you do it. But I will show you a couple other things you can do. You can fill this selection, and you can do this fun pattern. You can fill it with just a single color if you'd like. So that's where you get the color. And we'll show you what that looks like. And you're like, let's try that again. You can fill it with a pattern, and there are custom patterns here. So you could do like super fun checker, and that will fill in like that. You can also, and this might be my favorite thing, you can stroke it, and let's stroke it on the inside. And you can play with these and decide what you like. And we'll do 10 pixels. And so we'll click OK. And I want to change my fill selection. I don't want to have any background color. That's not what I want. Edit. Fill selection. Maybe I just have to click undo. So we're here. Now let's do the stroke outline, 10 pixels, that color, okay. And then press Control D to complete the command. And that will give you your mask text. So I'm going to just undo that because I don't need the mask text there. The next thing we're going to go over is cropping. And so you can crop, and you press the right click to get to this menu option again. Crop tool here. What's fun about this crop tool is it shows you what you're not going to take with you. And that's really handy. You can also choose presets over here. So say you're going to go get this printed at like Ulmer's that have the like printing machines. You can have a preset here. You can also put in your own width and height here. And you can also have no restrictions, so move it to whatever you want it to be. And that's the crop tool. Now, here's like my favorite tool that I've learned. You can just click exit there. And you're going to go to recompose tool. This one's really handy if you want to try to get people closer together in your picture, if you feel like there's too much background, so you really fill your frame. Or if there's too many kids in the frame, like you don't want your opponent in the frame, you just want 2 Homer people, you can put just 2 Homer people and get rid of one of them. So this is really cool. What's also really great is you could do this if you're at like a tourist destination and there's like a telephone pole on the way, or a little kid running in front of you, or other people that you don't want in the frame. This is how you can get rid of them. So what you do is you come and you click OK, and you're going to choose this little mark for removal option, and you can change the size of your pixels that you select. I went big, and I am going to be pretty specific here, and I'm going to that was weird. Let's try that again. Let's zoom out and see what's going on. My computer's angry at me. It totally worked before. I need to be in this layer. Hold on one second. I had to make sure I was on this layer. In this layer, I'm going to choose the window. I don't want 4 windows. I only want 3 windows. So I'm going to choose the window. And then you drag from one of the grips over, hi Mr. Seaton, and look at the window disappear. It's pretty exciting. So I want to see 3 windows in your final product. And I know the recompose tool isn't the best. Mr. Seaton wanted to talk to me, sorry for the break. But it's just a fun thing to try and play with, and you can do that in your own photos as well. Now, after we do the recompose, let's look at our straighten tool. So this one will, if you didn't necessarily take the straightest photo, like this isn't necessarily straight, and you want that to be straight, what you can do is you can go and select what you want to be straight, and it will automatically move the photo. But it does make this extra space over here. And there's a couple different options that you can, let's go Control Z. And if we try it to straighten and shrink to canvas, that might mean that you have extra stuff that you have to now go and recrop your photo so that you have clean edges all the way around, right? Or you can now come to your straighten tool and go to the remove background, and it will automatically do it for you. And then this is just there from that realign tool. We might need to go in and clean it up, so I'll just go crop. Nope. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you, and I think you guys are going to have a really fun time with this, the cookie cutter tool cuts out the photo to a certain shape. There are so many shape options here. So there's the default, there's, faces, there's flowers, there's characters, there's all sorts of different things. We'll go to the default because it's got the paw print there. And say we wanted to make this a paw print. You can come and drag this over everything, and it'll only show what is within the paw print. And I'm not going to do it, but I just wanted to show you that that is an option in case you ever wanted to do that. So those are all the tools. The only other thing I think I'm going to have you do on this assignment, let me pause. What else I'm going to have you do is I want you to try to fix some of the brown spots in the grass. So I'll show you what I did. So I used the lasso tool over here, and I had to be really particular about what spaces I did to try to fix a few of the brown spots. So I should see a difference between the original photo and your photo with the grass. Once you've done all of that, you've straightened, you have your Go Huskies, you've got it down to 3 windows, and you have grass, you are going to go File, and you're going to Save, and remember, you're going to go to down here to JPEG, and you save it. Really important, this is something that we're not getting used to. You have to pay attention to where you are. So I'm saving it under a file where I can find it. If that just means you save it in your documents or your desktop, those are really great options. But make sure you know where you are. And this is actually C10 number 3. So get that done and get it submitted into Canvas. Good luck, guys.